Hello and welcome to today's episode of LBMC Tech-Splains. Today we're talking about how to personalize email messages within a journey using customer data. So for today, navigate to real-time journeys, then underneath channels, you'll select email. And you can either create a brand new email record or you can use one that's already set up. For today's purposes, I'll be using an email that's already been created. So the main thing that we're going to focus on today is personalizing messages using dynamic content, and specifically looking at personalizing it to someone's name or other specific custom attributes from profiles in Dynamics 365. And you can either personalize it based on contact profiles or lead profiles. So say you've got a bunch of emails and you're wanting to personalize them to the individual's first name. Now, you'll have to select whether you're going to do it based on contacts or on leads. Because as of the date of this recording, Microsoft's CRM D365 does not allow you to send customer journeys to both leads and contacts. So you're going to have to, after you decide that the journey is going to target either leads or contacts, and you're creating your emails based on a lead or contact, that's when you'll come in and you'll actually select the personalization. So say for each person that gets this email, you want to say dear and then their first name. So you can do it a couple ways. You can either type in something and then personalize that, or you can leave it blank and just personalize the space. So for this one, let's pretend that we've already got data there and we're clicking on it. So as you can see, this one's personalized on the lead. And how we actually get their first name is when you're going in to edit the dynamic text, it will list to you all of the attributes based on the actual audience. So right now, it's first name. But say I wanted to switch it to maybe their last name. Just simply start typing in last name, and boom, right there. I can go ahead and select last name. But what if I've cloned this email from a lead email and now I want to actually set it to the contact record instead of the lead? Well, I don't see anything in this list that allows me to switch the audience. But up here, it says the data is filtered for lead. To use other data sources, select reset. So if I click on reset and reset all, it actually takes the dynamic text and resets it back to where I can now dictate who I want it to actually apply to. So again, if I want to keep it on the first name, I now have the option of the first name for the contact or the first name for the lead. So on this one, going from lead to contact, it's very simple. It's this very first one. But if the situation were reversed and I'm going from contact to lead, just keep in mind that it's not the first name that you see, but it's the first name underneath the actual profile that you want to target, whether that be lead or contact. So this one, if I was switching from lead to contact, I would simply select contact, first name, and then the default value, which is extremely important, it's going to say customer. That basically means that if I send this email out to someone and I don't actually have data in the first name section of the contact record, it's just going to put in customer. So if you leave the default value blank and you don't have data in that field, it's going to send that field with just a blank message. So always make sure that you're putting in information to ensure that you have data there. One thing that is a helpful tip that can help you make sure you do that is after you're done designing, you can come over here to the preview and test. And that is actually going to show you what your message is going to look like. But it's going to take in the default values and put them there. Because in the preview and test mode, it doesn't know who this email is actually supposed to go to. So Dynamics 365 cannot pull a random contact or lead first name in there, so it's just going to go into the default value. So one thing to even kind of show you that, if I came in here, deleted the default value, and then click Save, and then come over and click Preview and Test, it's going to show me what's just currently there. But when I send this email out, because this is a dynamic text placeholder, it's just going to vanish, and it's not going to be there. It's just going to be blank. So always make sure that when you are putting in a default value, you have something generic in there, and that's why you have customer for contacts. If it's leads, maybe you're default valuing it to friend. But again, the main thing is you're either going to select text that you already have, or you want to click on Personalization. That's where you can then go ahead and start adding in anything else that you've saved, or you can click Create New Dynamic Text and then start to type in anything you want.